Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday night, live from Martinsville Speedway. I'm your host, Shawn with my partner, as always, in the booth, the man, the myth, the monster, Milt Jr. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I was on a 3-second delay there, so I was still, or 5 seconds, so I was still rocking with Alborn Theory there. Dun, 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 dun. So it's Martinsville, man. It's the Paperclip. And the Lakers are on right now. Go Lakers.
See you representing Kobe.
Yeah. And we got a race tonight. And, not as big a field as we're used to seeing. This is Martinsville and the middle of the season, so some drivers have not made it last minute in through the gates. Fortunately, they knew who he was, Rick Johnson. So he's going to start in the back. No queue time for the 52.
That shouldn't be a problem for him.
But we got Chris Beckman on the pole. And what has Chris done? Well, you've seen him the last 3-4 weeks. This whole season, he's been competitive car in that 41. Taken out in the wreck late in the race last week. But
he bounced back pretty well from that, though, despite the heavy damage. Yeah, and so this is a good week for him to have that broadcaster drink exemption that we forgot about last week. And so he starts 41 on the pole, and we can't pick him. So
this is
Chris.
This is Martinsville, man. The Paperclip. Dude, I'm a road racer, and I really struggled with this track for a long time until I got some help from the absent Slim Jim Gately, which is a shocker he's not here tonight.
A lot of big names missing tonight in that list of names there.
No, Matt Watkins. What does that do? That breeds opportunity.
Always,
Rick Castle qualifying third behind the boss, Luke, he's now a one name, he's like Prince now,
See, is Prince out there on the track? He doesn't seem to be. Well, here you see this alternate pit road cam too. Shows us one of the challenges of this track, and that is that curved pit road. Especially those first 5-6 stalls. You can't see your stall coming into it. It's a real challenge pitting here. So basically, when I qualify here at Martinsville, if I don't think I'm going to get the pole, I'll void my qualifying lap, try and get on the back stretch there, or front stretch there rather, and have a nice straight shot in. Like I see, Dan Jones took a provisional. He starts in the rear with the gear and with the Rick Johnson. So you got someone to follow there, bud.
Yeah, in the backup car, of course. The qualifying wasn't too good to me.
Oh, you wrecked the primary.
Yes.
That's coming out of your paycheck, man.
We told you not to wreck. Bring it back in one piece, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, Q, he not happy. I had to feed him a whole bunch of tequila.
Boy. Q's so young, he's still got spots.
Well,
what do you think your chances here, big dog, Mr. Road Racer?
I just want to finish.
You got Riverside next week, but
I just want to finish with this group of guys.
Oof, Riverside, that's another tough one for me.
Thank God.
Oh no, Sam just texted me. His internet died. That's why he hasn't hit the track in final practice.
Oh,
yeah, I got some kind of Windows thing that just popped up, but fortunately I clicked the right button. Remind me later.
I'm sitting at home in my house yesterday. I was in and out with my truck. I left my truck open at 11:30 yesterday morning, and somebody took my wallet.
Oh no!
Got him on video, but that doesn't do me much good because he had a spending spree.
Oh no!
Didn't realize my wallet was missing till today.
Well, you can dispute all those charges.
Yes, we are. But man, I've been on the banks and everybody all day.
Yeah, that'll ruin your good time.
Imagine the touch thing. I didn't know it was on my debit cards. And they $100. They just kind of know what to do. Under 100.
Wow.
And I thought you could only get 300 max out, but maybe that's
they did 100, 100, 100. Yeah, they got 300, and maybe that's why they stopped because that's what they. But they had credit cards. They did it all too, and they just went. I think they got about $900.
Dang.
My sympathies for sure.
Hopefully that gets
Good thing
straightened
for
out.
insurance.
Yeah, good thing for insurance and good credit and what have you. But, well, hopefully you have better luck tonight. And meanwhile, we got to rush to get our projections in here. Again, bearing in mind the exemption of Chris
Jim
Beckman.
Ray's got 52. So.
Yeah, Jim's called 52. I'm calling the Highwayman. The Highwayman comes back there from the third row. In the 40 car. There we are, ready to take the green, as you can see in the back of the field.
Weber, the big cactus.
All right.
Go get him, Steve.
The crowd favorite.
And the 83 car has learned a lot from his
pops out of the groove immediately.
Pops into the wall. The 70-year-old venerable one who always runs well drives it in hard, too hard.
No caution though, no harm, no foul in terms of incidents. Now he's under attack now from Ryan Johnson in the 59. Looks like
How
he'll
about Rick Castle? Have we seen Rick Castle qualify in the top 3? Not in a long time. The Jack Daniels 124 obviously wants to make a statement here with some cars gone and short tracks being obviously good to him. The 41 Lando Lakes, the butter car out there in front. Ooh, but you see him driving it so hard through the center. It's like, and then boo, hard on the brakes. Then you roll, boo. That's about the timing. Listen to the engines there. Boo.
Yeah, I've been known to come out of here with a sore right wrist because I brace myself against the wheel every corner instinctively, like pushing against my wheelbase. In fact, I cracked my wheelbase. I had to get a replacement cover because I was pushing so hard against the base every corner every time I stopped because I expect my body to go flying forward.
I'm watching in-car with Rick Castle, watching the 41 car drive away, and he's got company behind him, and Steve Weber. Steve Weber in-car. Hard on the brakes, roll. You want to keep it right down to that purple line there. Exit out, slingshot out. Paperclip, they call it that for a reason because it's shaped like one. Way tighter here.
Webb's got to run, looking low into turn one.
Way wider in 1 and 2 here.
Looks like Castle's going to give him the room. Oh, Jim Christopherson. Christopherson has some serious connection issue there.
But Steve Weber's got huge experience and has worked really hard to get better at short tracks. The race of attrition here and tire wear can be an issue, especially with a smaller field like this and potential for green flag runs. There's going to be, like Darrell says, there's going to be comers and there's going to be goers.
And we've got the inset camera there on the 52 of Rick Johnson. As Christopherson gives a little "hello, I'm here" nudge to the 124. Can't quite complete the pass, though.
I got no shirt sleeves on tonight. Go Lakers. But we also, these guys could be like old school right here. Could be a virtual fight in the pits after this. Because they're going to get physical here. You have to. You have to push your way around, guys.
Now, the connection is unreliable as the 40's got right now. I don't know if I'd want to be risking putting a bumper to anyone.
Yeah, and that's on the mind of the 124. He can see, if we can see that, he can see it too.
And he can hear it too, even if you can't see him. Like right there.
Jiggly is the 40 there.
Oh, up into the wall.
That was a hip check right there, and not on purpose, but
no, of course. And there is some right side damage to the 124. That won't hurt him at all. This aerodynamics don't mean a thing here. I've seen cars roll over and win here. In the sim, that is.
Therefore, Johnny Doucette gets by him, and so does The 115 of Dave Ellens. Ellens has ran good repeatedly for a while now. I mean, him and the 58 both, aside from Johnny's had a couple races where he just, you know, got in a wreck and the rest was history, but there's a really starting to fight for that. I mean, the competition level in this league is so intense. You can go a long way here. You can go 50, 60, maybe, you know, somewhere around, I don't know, probably in the 60s, then you got to start thinking about tire wear, even though...
Oh, 52 of Rick Johnson gets way out of shape there underneath the 305. 3 wide down the backstretch.
Field's starting to spread out here. 41 dominating this race. Last lap 21.6. Best lap 21.4. Very consistent.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time fall off in the tires here, surprisingly.
Talking 21.9 last lap for Webb, so. But he's got company, and that's from that blinking Western Auto car behind him.
Indeed. A lot of blinking out of that number 40. Oh, Rick Johnson catches some curb there. Slides up the track but holds on.
52, last minute show up here. He may not have his steering settings right.
Didn't get any practice time on the track.
Absolutely.
It takes a while to get your groove at some of these short tracks. I mean,
good battle here. Relatively newcomer Shane Wisman and the grizzled veteran in the Pepsi car, Indy 500 winner Francis the Bandit Dittman, going at it for 13th place.
And there you have that Mountain Dew Monte Carlo, previously driven by Isaac Johnson, but it was still in the car file manager for Shane to download. Looks like Dan Jones had a little problem there. Slow on the backstretch, lets traffic go, still no caution.
Greg Palmer, he's in a 305 car today. Issues getting in the right number and having connection issues right up till the race. Really struggling. Long way to go, though.
Looks like Francis Dittman and Shane Wisman will get around him, though. Up ahead of that, Rick Johnson.
Jason Dolfer, who was really fast in practice, all the way in the back here. Very peculiar with that 63 car. And he's got the 007 there in the backup car as they tanked the primary in qualifying.
Yeah, we got folks checking in chat. As I said, Jim Ray cheering for the 52 as always. Matthew Rensello says go 41. Daniel Gonzalez cheering for Matt Dolfer in the 63. And Teardrop. Damn, he's speeding. I'm not sure who he's referring to.
Chris Beckman fans there. The Butter car, Atlanta Lakes car, is already coming up on lap traffic. It's a half-mile track, folks, so it don't take long, especially if you're struggling.
Yeah, they're coming up on the aforementioned Jason Dolfer.
Lucky dog here, so you don't want to be the lap car down. Oh, there's contact!
Dolfer crossed the nose of the 305. That should... no caution.
No caution.
See, we can see what happened there, though.
They didn't block the track, and apparently no parts flew off. Daniel Gonzalez, Jason Dolfer fan. Jason just got the bad end of that stick right there. And
see, he's trying to get around the 305. 305's having all kinds of trouble out there. I think he just misjudged it going down the straightaway. Cut across his nose. Again, looks like pretty much no harm, no foul. Both those cars continue on as they were.
Chris Beckman owning these guys. So many drivers missing, but still 15 cars out here looking for action and looking for a win. Maybe their first here on Friday night.
Man, Jim Christopherson's connection continues to deteriorate. He's got Webb in his sights, but I don't think he has the confidence to do anything with him with that constant jitter.
Battle for P10. Rick Johnson with damage we've seen, and the 90 car of Matt Stewart all over the back of him. He wants to give him an in and out hard break. Great battle here for P10. Johnson all the way up to P10, by the way, even with having trouble there, starting in the back.
Oh, that's what makes him one of the co-goats. Yeah, Matthew Ansello has got some bump in there, and it's true. You can get away with a little bit on the short track. As long as nobody goes around, the caution won't come out. In fact, I'm still bitter about caution not coming out. I might have actually won a race at this godforsaken place once if a caution had come out for a spin on the front stretch while I was leading, and I slowed down.
Take it you don't like it here.
Fully expecting the caution to come out. And I crossed the start-finish line, and sure enough, there was no caution, and here comes the second-place car from a few seconds back, zipping past me, and yep. Yeah, well, I do not like this place.
Top fives here in Pro Cup, but I didn't actually get a win here until in Sportsman Cup, until I got some training from the great Slim Jim Gately, and it all worked in that race. Sportsman Cup race.
And there is Chris Beckman putting my teammate and our in-race reporter Dan Jones down a lap already here at lap 31 of 200.
Jason Dolfer fan group is intense here. They're just really bolstering up their man there.
This is like some Will Farmer level fandom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Phil Farmer, I don't see him out there in the field tonight.
Absolutely. It's just been huge.
Nor his dad.
Oh, the 90 goes around, catches it. Matt Stewart gets going.
We have no caution.
Caution there. Kept it pointed straight, but a little too in there.
And it's going to cost him a lap, though, as you see the 41 which goes right around.
That purple haze there.
The pink curb.
Pink purple.
Yeah, the curb is pink because this represents the fall race.
It don't like you.
This represents the fall race, the October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so the curbs were painted pink for the race this track was decorated to represent.
Well, these guys would like to get their lap back. We got a car pitting there.
Hey, good luck getting your lap back tonight, because Chris Beckman is making a statement out there.
Still roaring. Last lap 21.8. This lap 21.7. Best lap 21.4. Completely owning these dudes right now.
Jason is apparently addicted to blue cheese, according to his fandom here. So there's your random fact of the night.
Ah, cheese.
Francis Dittman giving up a spot there to the 124.
Actually,
that's
P7
a lap down.
With Ryan Johnson, your admin, and the 58, 59, 58 respectively. That would be Greg Palmer exiting pit road on lap 33.
Ryan Johnson, again, your series admin. Oh, we got a car around on the back stretch. That should probably finally do it.
Caution is out, and
it's
that's going to kill Palmer.
Yeah, caution is out.
Who will be the first lead lap car? Is that the 007?
Yeah, but if he was the cause of the caution, I'm not sure who it was.
It's just what the 52 needed after a shaky start.
He was still picking him up and setting him down.
Man, I suck tonight. Woohoo!
Oh, I found it. Yep, there we go, Mr.
It's me.
Mr. Bond. Through turn 1 and 2 here, it looks like ooh, you dirt tracked it around the center of the corner, and it just never caught grip again coming off.
Oh,
you got the wiggles, look at that.
Right
woo, nice avoidance.
Oh, that's a Bond move there. Oh, no, look out.
Q said I didn't get good tires this time around.
So you're supposed to hit the oil slick
Wow,
button.
that was a pecker moment, and he spins
Yeah.
it again, taking off.
You're supposed to drop the oil slick in front of your enemies, not under your own rear wheels.
I know. Yeah, not concentrating well tonight.
Understandable with that distraction.
Oh, well, sure, is a lot of fun though. That was a good run.
Yeah, nice
No
green
harm,
flag
no
run
foul,
there.
no blood. New fresh set of freshies, and you're on your way.
What is the fuel range tonight, Dan?
48, 50
48,
per
50 laps per
per
tank?
tank.
Feels like it should be more than that.
Actually, no, sorry, I was wrong. Just filling up now. It says 79.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was closer to 80.
Yeah.
So you can go a long way on a tank here at Martinsville. A short track. Not turning a lot of RPMs. A lot of time off throttle. Obviously no aerodynamics or draft to
Big
worry
fan
about.
group for Jason Dolfer pulling out Skull Racing, number 63.
I just gave Birdie a nice
the
new
skull.
chance.
Well, we're saying Rick Johnson's really the main benefactor on this one. Is that all? And he was 14 seconds back. In fact, he's already up to 6th place after just the pit stops.
Well, my guy Steve Weber there, the big cactus, still in P2. Let's see when this recycles. Yeah, it's still showing him in P2 right now.
And pace car is off. Got some, gonna have lap cars all night now. You're never gonna get everybody back on the lead lap.
And this is gonna make it interesting, folks. That's for sure.
Indeed.
Weber needs to hope that the 41 gets impeded with this, and he can take advantage of that. The 40 car is still blinking like he's not there, and that could be an issue. I'm sure the NASCAR officials are looking at that.
Yeah, that's getting scary, especially in the tight quarters of a short track like this.
I've been there and done that. I've been parked before. Connection issues. All part of sim racing.
Looks like the 115 may have caught some wall there, gave up some spots.
Oh, and there's contact back behind. Just coming out of turn 2. And they keep going. I didn't see who it was. I think that might have been Dittman. I'm not sure. There's some baiting and banging right there. Francis Dittman drives it in hard like he owns it and like he stole it. Almost in the back of Rick Johnson, and he gets in the wall again.
He's trying to pass on the outside of the 124. And that's not for position either. Francis is lapped down. Francis wants to get himself into the lucky dog spot and try and catch a caution here real quick. Which means he's got to catch up to Dan Jones in the 007.
He's really driving in hard, which is losing him spots on the inside. Maybe. 58 still trying to work him there, Johnny Doucette. And he's going to make that pass. Going to see how this all sorts out. Pops Markison, the venerable one, in that iconic Scotch Blue Ford. Still battling, trying to move his way up in the top 10 there. Pops is driven with one eye. He's driven with all kinds of...
Driven with kidney stones.
Stuff, yeah. Going back to the fan favorite, that'd be Jason Dolfer, P13. He's looking at Matt Stewart here for a position. Actually, I hear him smoking and we got something going on here.
It looks like the 305 out of shape and back underway. No harm, no foul. Oh no, take that back. Caution is on the speedway.
Caution is on the speedway. Must have been some parts out there. What do you do there now? Field slowing down. Always a little confusing here because the pace car takes a while to catch up. So the field has to slow down. Wait for the pace car.
You gotta be real careful not to cross that pit-in line before the pace car does. Been there, done that.
Out
Never
of
got all the
P9,
laps
Matt
back.
Stewart, in and out burger Ford down pit road. 59 Ryan Johnson. Brothers Body and Paint. Buffalo Wild Wings on the car tonight.
So the caution here was the 305, usually the 22, but tonight he's in the 305. You see that orange default car there of Greg Palmer. So he made the pass off
Like two
turn 4.
tires and fuel for the 90. Quick stop.
Tried to roll away there and got into turn 1 with clean air in front of him and just drove it in too deep and looped it right in front of the field. And that was your source of the caution right there.
Christopherson off pit road. Blowing down, letting cars by. Did he get an end of longest line penalty here? Let's see. Yeah, end of longest line for the 40 car. Adding to his woes tonight.
Oh, no.
And he's still blinking heavily. Take a look at his connection. Yeah, he's got some kind of quality issue, and his ping is way high. So he's got some kind of internet issue. Back in the day, we all raced like that. It's just the way it was. Now, this day and age, that's a severe problem.
Well, this game was originally designed for working on dial-up, so we've made some changes to accommodate for the higher bandwidth. But it's not about the total speed of the connection, because really the packets that online games, and especially this one, send are really small. It's all about the consistency. It's the throughput. Basically, it's the torque, not the horsepower, that matters.
Thank you, smart brother.
That's basically what it is.
That's why he wears the black suit.
Well, we got green back in the air. Cautions are really quick here, mercifully.
Whoa, boy, Dan Jones gets sideways.
Yeah,
this is a goose.
Little squirrely there, but he's back in it.
Still a big gaggle looking at the top 10 here. Dolpher into the
Jason
back
Dolpher,
of the
58, 99, all pile up into turn
Dolpher
3.
goes around, and Dolpher just
Beckman,
lost the track there.
Beckman collected in that. Look at that.
Most dominant car of the race caught up in that, and it stays green.
How does that stay green? You got the 40 car of Jim Christopherson heading down pit road. What a mess.
Rick Johnson got hit hard, but he got hit straight. And now he's laying a little lumber on the 124 car. Just a little, hey, buddy, remember me? I'm like 7-time here, so. Backing it up because Rick knows this is early. We don't want to do that. And he already got bumped, and he probably didn't like that either. Francis Dittman spinning the tires coming out of turn 1 there a little bit. And now having to give it up. Boy, you know, Martinsville is so hard when you're competitive. When you're having to let cars by, it's really frustrating. Still a chance for him to get in a lucky dog here. You got to keep fighting.
We got a lot to unpack with this incident here with no caution, but here we go. It starts up here. As you mentioned, Rick Johnson gets a little tap. We'll run it slow-mo. He gets a little tap at the same time as the 63 of Jason Dolpher gets a tap. 52 saves it.
Dolpher went in. Oh, the 58 got hit. Nice save by Dolpher, but then he gets sideways, I think, after that, and then gets some more door banging damage there.
But then behind them, in reaction to that,
we're watching again here.
In reaction to that,
oh, man, that was
boom, 58 of Johnny Doucette and the 99 of Pops Margison.
I believe that was 305 that was trying, after he realized he was on the brakes trying not to hit dude, you know, the 63. So then that backed up the cars behind him.
And so here comes Chris Beckman on the inside.
I mean, that's an incident that wasn't an incident. I mean, it's no caution. So, and then Dolfer in the 41, I've been right in that same spot and hit just like that. You think you're clear? I don't know how many times, especially one race, I remember going for a top 3 and coming out of that corner and turn 4 and thinking you're clear and then getting another love tap. Bam! Well, I mean, Jason was grabbing his ass with 2 hands there, just trying to hold the car, and the 41 was coming hard. Really, you know, nothing either one of those guys could do. Wow. Yeah, we got action here, and it ain't over, folks. 61 of 200.
Yeah, we are not quite halfway, but the laps do tick off pretty quick here.
We got new players up in this thing right here.
Yeah, your pick, Steve Weber.
In the 115, and we got my pick in the lead, the 83 car. Mr. Slow and Steady. Slow and Steady, he happens to also be a Friday night Winston Cup world champion at FSB. So, very smooth driver. Always competitive. You know, this could be his night. Long way to go for the big cactus. Being up in the lead in Martinsville is a trip. It really is. It's really, you don't expect it. You got to race the track. You got clear sailing, and you can pick your battles when you come up on lap cars.
So now we'll reverse the sides here. Before we had Rick Johnson on the right as we watched him come up through the field. And Chris Beckman laying the smackdown on the left. And we'll reverse it here. We'll watch Rick Johnson pick his way through the field on the left and Chris Beckman try to dig back through on the right.
Oh boy, the connection for the 40.
It's just
horrible,
bad.
Man. He's in the wall again.
He's down
Not
a
sure
lap.
If that was connection. Just a shame for Jim. The highwayman.
You see, Rick Johnson's got Webb on the same straightaway.
Concrete of the dam.
Oh, Chris Christopherson's verse was, "I'm a star, man."
Oh,
contact front stretch,
Ryan
turn
Johnson
4.
gets loose in the in and out urge car there. Around,
Caution.
nowhere to go. Who's gonna get lucky here? Ryan Johnson is gonna be busy on the command central here.
Should be the highwayman. Jim Christopherson listed the first car lap down.
Jason Dolfer is out of the race. Tough luck for all his fans. What happened to Jason? Yeah, you know, just tough luck for Jason. He's definitely was on the end of some bad sticks there. That's racing.
And see, 59, Ryan Johnson just got in a little too low, clipped the curb, looped it off 4, and then they piled up behind him. Matt Stewart in the 90 getting the worst of that.
Well, we were looking for Jason Dolfer post-race to get an interview with him, but he gone.
Yeah, looks like he just drove it into the pits and retired under green before that caution even came out.
So there you have it. Let's see how this Beckman back out in front. He stayed out, I guess, and let's see what happened here.
Yeah, Beckman stayed out. Had to get back in the lead there, because he pitted last time when everybody else stayed out. And by the way, Chris Beckman and Rick Johnson are teammates now, as Chris has gone on to join Highline Racing.
That is a formidable lineup right there, to say the least.
Absolutely.
Well, Rick knows Chili Verde, so...
I was going to say, right now...
I see Chili Verde, and I'm on him, you know?
Right now, that's got to be the quietest racing channel on Friday night, because it's just those two.
Racing with Rick Johnson is like, you know, crickets, man, until you make a mistake or you say something, because I'm a talker. So when he was my teammate, I was blah, blah, what do you think we should do this? 2 tires, 4 tires? Milt, get 4 tires. And that's all he would say. And we go green again. The 40 car's still blinking. Tough. I mean, those were hard. A lot of cars still have a chance here with these cautions. Things mixing up a little bit. But now we got that guy out in front again. The most dominant car of this race, the 41 Land O'Lakes car, is the fastest car out there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be concerned again about damage at all. He barely hit, and yeah, it just doesn't matter at Martinsville.
21.5. Bam. Just a smooth, great line all the way up to the wall. Almost scraping it there. Nice arcing exit. Letting the car drift and roll and picking up the throttle after you plant that nose and let it roll to the center of the corner. Picking it up. It's just smooth as glass. Look, if these guys don't have trouble, if he don't have trouble, you know, I don't know, man. Nobody's showing me those lap times. Let's look back in the field and see if some of these other guys, Winston in P13, his best lap, this lap, 21.7. And he moving. Oh, boy, a big fight with the 52 and the 115. Bumping the little doors there, and the veteran Rick Johnson on the inside. Still, with the 007 coming up. They're battling for P3 here. This is exactly what the leader wants, but Rick Johnson wants to get up there and get a caution and get a chance to show what he can do. Now, Ellis has got the speed, 21.5 best lap. Rick Johnson makes that pass, and he's also running 21.5, so that's really close to the top speed of the most dominant car. Still a 10th off. 10th is huge. Now we're talking fast lap versus average lap. Rick Johnson, the master at these late race runs, but he has got a huge mountain to climb. Still got 13th place. Shane Winston running at a good pace. Last lap, 22. Yeah, okay, so he should be able to make quick work of the 34 here.
Don't forget, we're less than halfway in here.
Long way to go.
Yep.
Track position is huge when you're out front. You've seen every car that's leading. They can cut the mustard, and the guys behind, they got a battle. They want to position themselves in that top 3 with some kind of caution or something happening with 15, 20 to go, and then you get the 10 lap rule. maybe get another caution, and then you don't have to deal with those guys, and then you go racing. Then you might be able to put a bumper on somebody. Weber driving it harder than normal. Really driving it in hard there. See his car lurching, probably downshifting the third maybe a little bit.
Yeah, in these truck physics, you can do that at Martinsville. I don't like it. I don't like putting my fourth gear at risk.
Yeah, you're not seeing the 41 do that. He's staying right in fourth gear, just letting the car roll.
You can see he's taking it easy a little bit, and he's let Webb close the gap to him.
I think so. Weber's downshifting and putting the... really trying to brake hard and challenge the corners. He realizes he's close there. He's still downshifted, but took it more inside line there. He's probably starting to think the same thing we are. He's a veteran. He knows, man, I don't want to push too hard and, you know, spend all my money right now.
Not only that, but you start to chirp those rear tires, start to wear them out, and then the car just gets looser and looser and looser as you go through the run.
Not even to the halfway point. I got lots of beer left, and I don't know, I might be pretty hammered by the end of this, so we'll see. But we got a show.
Yeah, Ken. Tire wear is not... Oh, we got a caution again.
Caution is out on the speedway.
Appears to have something to do, perhaps. Nope. That's the problem with Alt-6 around this track, is it finds everybody smacking every wall.
Yeah, Tom realizing what a great race. Yes, it is. Tom started the race, but looks like he's retired, so now he's in the YouTube channel watching.
I'm trying to figure out where the caution actually came from here.
Oh boy, Rick Castle misses his pit stall.
Oh!
Has to go way out, and he's still burning rubber. Can't get into his stall, still fighting. We talked about that circular. Still can't get in his stall, backing up again.
Yeah, I talked about that on the lead-in. I said that could be an issue.
He's too far away from the pit stall. He needs to go back farther. There he goes, and driving in closer to the... He's right in the way of the other cars. They're trying to pit. Oh, the 90 car almost gets in the back of him, the 58. And he gets... Still can't get into his stall. This is horrifying. He's going to lose a lap now.
Yep.
Too far away from the stall. And he finally gets service.
Meanwhile, I see what happened there. Let's bring out the caution.
Especially me, I drive in-car. You can drive, you know, several different views. You got that A-post in the way. Makes it difficult, especially with cars coming in. That's something you need to practice. You could go 2-3 laps down here. Horrifying for the Jack Daniels team. I guess I'm not going to get any free shots at Jack tonight. Hey, we got Jeff Havoc. What's up, Jeff?
Is he going to check in for Canada next week? I think we're at Montreal. Mosport, Canadian Tire.
Man, you know... Got some road courses coming up here, man. I wish I could find some time to get this computer set up as we go green. Not 8 laps away from the halfway point. All kinds of carnage, damage, action.
And Pops
More
Marguson
to
on
follow.
point.
Pop stays out. He can lead. He's a Winston Cup champion. Whoa, and he drives it in hard like he stole it. Woo! What's up, Jeff? Good to hear from you. Well, who wouldn't root for Pops? Come on, Pops.
Yeah, I mentioned he's a former Winston Cup Series champion all the way back in Season 6. We are now in
Pops
our...
also had his son race here for years, Toby Marguson, who's got him some lucrative stuff in real estate, and he's a busy man with, I think, 3 grandkids for Pops there. I think all girls, too. So Toby's taking care of that, and Pop's still out here driving all these years. He's been in this league like 15 years and hardly ever misses a race. Hell, he drove with one eye before.
Hey, you were saying that earlier. You did that twice. Got one eye operated on, healed that up, then got the other one operated on.
Well, tell me what you're
Oh, we got the
seeing
115
here.
of Dave Ellens around. Traffic zipping around. Still no caution somehow.
Tell me what you're seeing here. We're seeing the guy that's in the lead, no matter who it is, pull away from everybody.
It sure looks that way.
Why is that? Because free track ahead and they can concentrate. These guys are good. Last lap, 21.5 for Pops. Best lap, 21.423. That's as fast as the 41 car.
And I do not know how that did not result in a caution either. I mean, Dave Ellens was backwards and stopped in front of everybody on the track.
You won't have a caution unless you're blocking the track.
Well, he was.
Well, this 2011, we ran this SDT. I like to call it STD. We experienced that before. This caution stingy.
Well, Pops is extending his lead over teammate Steve Weber here, up to 1.4 seconds.
The 70-year-old, I believe, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
He's older than me, so.
And Rick Johnson mired back in 6th place there, trying to work on Ryan Johnson, no relation.
What we're seeing here is track position is huge, and that's par for the course at Martinsville. Got to position yourself to be in the front at the end. And these pit stops, I mean, we've seen what happened to the 124. Disaster.
Yeah, I've never seen someone lose a lap on pit road on caution flag pit stops before.
Well, you're disoriented and you're backing up, and the thing's on a curve, and you think you're coming in at the right angle from the cockpit. Very, some guys are diehard like me. I'm going to drive in the cockpit no matter what.
Oh, that pit road's the nightmare no matter what view you drive from, because it's completely blind coming around through there.
Another guy that drives in the cockpit is the 52, Rick Johnson. And he drove that cockpit to a bunch of championships, and realistically, what he's looking at is, like I was saying earlier, as we're past the halfway point, 105 of 200. is getting himself in that top 3 when it's money time.
And look at Rick Johnson.
Smaller field here, though, you're not likely to get a caution, you think, but we've been getting them, so timely for some, untimely for others.
See, Rick Johnson's taking the diamond line around here. He likes to go in low into turns 1 and 3, come up in the middle, and then take it down for a second bite off the exit here. Really hugging that pink curb.
In his mind, by slowing the car down more to get to the center of the corner, you're saving tires.
Mm-hmm.
You're saving that right front temperature. When you drive it in harder and carry more speed through the center, in that second line, you may get a launch at first and really dime in the corner, but over time, that turn 4 exit and turn 2 exit, that wall just keeps getting closer and closer.
Yeah, the idea is to straighten that exit as much as you can.
See Rick closing the gap on these guys. They know who's behind them. 007, still strong car. He's very humble. I'm not very good tonight. It looks pretty good.
Well, he didn't start out feeling right. He had one incident there, and seems to have found his groove. Well, Ryan Johnson.
Stolen. I mean,
yeah, Ryan Johnson's running with an incident on his head.
This is why you do sim racing. This is why you pretend to be a real race car driver. Is forget about those dadgum problems you have in real life. You know.
Chris Beckman. Chris Beckman is all over Steve Weber here, and they're starting to reel Pops back in.
Pops tends to be like a bullet shot out of the gun. His Achilles heel, especially against drivers like this, is can he do that for an entire run? It remains to be seen. Pops knows one speed, and that's driving in sideways. But through years of experience, how he handles this. Last lap, 21.7 for Pops. 21.8 for Webb. 21.7 for Beckman. So they're not blazing a trail of glory on him. Right now, it's pretty much equal distant. Looks like Pops is downshifting late in the center of the corner. And shifted on the straightaway.
And finally, you see Rick Johnson gets around Ryan Johnson.
You're not going to see that from Rick Johnson. Very rarely is he a shifter. He will stay in 4th gear.
Dan Jones put some distance on that pair. And Rick Johnson's going to have to go to work to reel him back in.
A lot depends on how the track's handling. Temperatures change. Even when you got a fixed 70 clear, and the track still changes from the time you drove it before.
Oh, Beckman and Dittman. No caution.
A little more Pepsi on the track there.
Sure, it'll be like that VHT, right?
I'll have a Pepsi free.
Yeah, but you're still going to pay for it.
You got to pay for it. Steve Weber closing in on Pops. These guys know each other like as if they lived right next door. Years and years of sim racing. Normally we have the big dogs on Friday night, the Matt Watkins, the Slim Jim Gately's battling for a possible win. Well, they're not here. So tonight we got some new studs in the house here. Chris Beckman wants to ruin that party. Bob's up on the curb there. He's feeling the pressure. Weber does what he does. Move his glass. The most even-keeled driver that I know takes it very seriously, but not so much, really, you know. He loves his sim racing craft and his hobby. He's always here, but at the same time, you know, not really excitable guy, you know. Pretty chill. Gotta feel like he's a little excited right now because he's closing in on the leader.
Plus,
All over him.
he's got to hold off that challenge from third place there. Big run on Pops here. Can he carry it into one? Yes. Gets under. Pops going to fight back on the high side, though.
Pops will never give up. Gets a great run. Now he's got to defend low here, and that's what he'll do. At Martinsville, you got to work. You got to work for it. You got to pressure your opponent into making a mistake. And you got to not make a mistake at the same time. Losing touch a little bit, 4th and 5th place there. Weber lost a little time there. They're all losing a little bit of time now with a little bit of tire degradation.
Dan Jones, I mean, he's hanging in there, less than 3 seconds back.
James Bond. James Bond.
Webb trying to diamond it, pushed way up in the middle. I thought he was going to give a run to Chris Beckman there.
Pops wide, and he's fast and loose here like the old Motorhead song right now. He's driving
absolutely.
the wheels off it.
Absolutely, Tom Jack says Chris is looking to take advantage of those two racing, but just can't quite get a nose in there.
Long way to go, and Chris is obviously a skilled veteran here.
Yeah, Chris knows he's where he needs to be. He's not going to push any issue before. I'm sure they're going to have to make one more stop here before this is out. Like, if they can go about 80 laps on fuel, they're in that window now, with less than 75 to go.
You're in this top group. You're not going to take a chance. You're going to drive it until it's dry.
Absolutely, since there's not a lot of time give up on the tires. See, Rick Johnson right now, he's running only 3/10 slower than his fastest.
Yeah, 3/10.
Actually,
is a
2/10 there.
But it's not worth a big ass pit stop.
Yeah, it's not worth short pitting and risking getting caught out on a caution when you're going to go down several laps.
Yeah, 21.8 for Pops.
Yeah, the front
and they're all
dropped.
experiencing the same thing, so 21.7.
Yeah, 21.792 from Rick Johnson that time around. 7.79 from Dan Jones. 7.02 for Beckman. 7.51 for Weber. And a 7.38 from Pops. You catching the pattern here? Everybody's running about the same speed, and that's why nobody can seem to make anything happen right now.
Dan Jones, Rick Johnson, just off the pace, they can see him in front of him. I can see him right in front. They know we're just right there. They're not falling off. They're running that same speed. Last lap for Rick Johnson, a 6. And an 8 for Johnson. So, normally Rick Johnson he's chomping at the bit to see long runs here.
Well, this could come down to if we make a green flag stop to go to the stretch here. Who makes the cleanest stop?
Well, I think the 52 likes his chances there too.
52 likes his chances there. I think all these guys are excellent pitters. Those guys pitting on the curve are
if you're
again
gonna
exposed.
do that under green, you want to. It's not like a super speedway where you need draft buddies. With this crazy pit road, you almost want as little coagulation as possible. You want to be able to focus on your stall without cars around you.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking I want to be the first one in, not because of draft, not because of, you know, the time you gain or lose on the tires. It's not like Darlington, where, like we ran the trucks last week, where, or even Dover last night in the trucks, where you're losing 2-3 seconds, a run over the course of a run. You're only losing a few tenths here, but you want to have a clear path in and a clear path out, especially if you're pitted on that curve.
But you don't want to get caught up if a caution comes out when everybody else pits.
Absolutely. That's the risk reward you're running there.
Rick Johnson is not lying about pushing 21.6 last lap.
Yeah, he's reeled in Dan Jones a little bit.
He has reeled him in a little bit. Dan Jones 21.6 last lap. But now we got lap traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic is having an impact here. In fact, Steve Weber to the lead. Or still in the lead, rather. No, he just took it. Took it through the traffic. And the scoring will update right here.
A big cactus. Gets a run, and now Pops is starting to fade a little bit.
That traffic just knocked him off his rhythm a little bit. And
he's got to get back down
that's
low.
He's into the clutches of Dan Jones. Dan looking for a way around, but look who's...
that brings the 52 back in the melee.
Cue the Jaws theme. Dun, 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 dun,
My
dun,
name's
dun, dun.
Rick Johnson. You may know me. I'm a drummer. I'm an auto body man. I'm pretty mellow, but I happen to have won a lot of championships here. So I'm not going to say much. Him and Chris are probably dead silent on that team channel.
Well, plus you're just concentrating. You don't have a lot of time to hit a button around this track because you're only on the straightaway
You
for
get time to talk.
blink of an eye.
I'm talking all the time. Usually words we can't repeat.
I think this is one of the tracks I'm quiet on. You can verify that with Dan.
Dude, I'm out of beer here. I need to run just for a second. This you got carried away, brother. I got to get some beer here.
All right.
It's going to be good.
All right, Milty's on a beer run. And Dan Jones is on a run here trying to get Pops in 3 and 4. Hooks the bottom and looks like he's just got the better tires right now. And he'll beat Pops back to the caution flag. Caution on the speedway. This, as they say, changes everything. It looks like officially, actually, Dan did not beat Pop. Nope, there it is. It finally updated. Dan will pick up P3 there. Not bad, considering he said he was junk at the start of this race. Meanwhile, let me grab my second computer here and figure out just what the source of that caution was.
Holy cow. Cue the caution. If I'd have waited
I know.
I could have got a free beer there, but...
Oh, it's, okay, I found it.
Oh, boy. Just, every week, folks, thanks for watching. One thing we can guarantee is you're going to have a good finish at the end. You're going to have a show.
And you can see the woes continue for the 90 car of Matt Stewart.
Matt's been strong. but he's incurred damage over time, stuff he wasn't caught in. You know, good things and bad. Well, basically all bad, but the In-N-Out Burger car goes around there, especially when you're by yourself and you're trying to push. I know that feeling, kind of get lost sometimes. And
I'll tell you who did want to see this caution, though, and there's probably only one person besides Rick Johnson who did, and that is Rick Castle. The 124 car, after that disastrous pit stop last time.
Oh, he was only a lap down.
He was only one lap down, and he should be your lucky dog when we go back to green. Now, we got Dan Jones. Man, you are a big fat liar. You said you were bad here, and you were sitting pretty in P3, and even making some competitive passes there.
Wow, it's been a tough go, but a lot of fun here. Everybody's giving and taking and giving room. It's good racing.
Absolutely.
Great racing.
Well, we talk about, you know, why we do this, for the love of racing. And a lot of it's from escape, you know. You had some stuff happen to you. Lost your wallet, got it ripped off. Stuff like that could make you crazy, you know. But get to come for an hour and a half or whatever and, you know, let it go and focus on something else besides want to rip somebody's face off, you know.
No doubt. Thanks, guys. Check out.
All right. It looked like the 40 of Chris Christopherson, Jim Christopherson, went and got himself a penalty on purpose because he's still got serious blinking issues. But meanwhile, once again, cautions are really fast here, and we're back to green. Steve Weber, Chris Beckman, Dan Jones, Pops Margison, and Rick Johnson, your top 5.
Oh, Pops Margison gets loose, and Rick Johnson coming down.
Rick smells blood. But he's got that lapper on the inside.
He's got the 34 car running well, a lap down, but I think, a lap down. So he was trying to use that car. Now the 34 comes up high. He doesn't know what to do. He goes down low. He's still racing hard. Oh, Francis Dittman gets sideways.
He had some connection issues.
Off the hot dog.
No, I think that was the connection issue catching up, and it made the car look like it was kind of moonwalking there.
That's kind of what I saw too.
Like it floated.
Still at 52 and the 34.
34 is just going to let him go.
Good racing by Shane Wisman. Definitely got skills. He ain't no rookie, that's for sure. He battled the best he could, and then finally, when he got beat, he did what it's Francis into the wall. Maybe. I don't. Rick Johnson's going to take that spot, too.
Well, Francis is also 2 laps down.
Of Shane Wisman, though. Gonna get his, you know. Oh, Francis against the wall again. He's trying to give room, but then he's driving it in hard, all the way up against the wall again. You know, it's very hard to drive this track when nobody's behind you, let alone. And he lets those guys by. That is definitely his
way too deep
here.
into the corner there. Gets it stuck in the wall.
Now Rick Castle's looking to try to get by him, back on the lead lap.
Yeah, Rick Castle's back in the lead lap, but he's back behind all this traffic too.
Well, he needs to make up some spots and then see another caution. Long way to go.
Still, we're 3/4 of the way through. More
Rick
than
Johnson's
that, actually.
I know what it's like to be like 5th here, and you got a car that's as good as the guys leading, but it's like a freight train. Starting here, the restarts are huge, and the farther back you are, you just lose time.
That's why you see the big boys, the real Cup drivers, they go like a pack of rabid dogs into turn 1 here on the restarts. It's insane.
It's those first couple laps that separate.
Especially since NASCAR Cup these days, they got the double foul restarts.
It's been going at it, these two. The cream of the crop, the 83 and the 41. Earlier, I didn't really, he's my pick. I didn't really see him as being able to run like this out front, but well, maybe I did, you know. But
Well,
at
you
first,
picked him.
when the 41 pulled out, we started thinking maybe he's got a better car than everybody else. But Dan Jones really, we know what a great road racer he is, and these are the same kind of skills. Dan Jones is one of those guys, the Canadian. When he gets focused, and he's like a bulldog, you know. I mean, and it doesn't happen every week, you know. And he's pretty nonchalant, you know.
Well, he tends to have the
he
better
comes
runs.
in the booth with us all the time and gives us his time, which that is distracting when you're racing. Like he told us, he cut us off there at the end and said, "Okay, guys."
Yeah, that's why he ducks back out when you go back to green.
It was getting ready to go green. That is a huge distraction. I've done it before.
Yep, I used to pop in on you and Greg, and but I would sometimes just hang around and be just fine.
I'd like to do that again, as a matter of fact. Maybe one of these road courses, if we can get my darn computer to work, I wouldn't mind going out there and making a joke out of myself, you know?
Ha! Ha! Ooh, I think Dan caught some wall there. Whoa, Rick Johnson around on the front stretch.
These guys are tired.
Rick Johnson spins it on the front stretch. I don't know if that's brought the caution out. It is not yet. And he lets all the field go by him there. Still waiting. Still waiting. I think the caution's finally out.
Johnson. And the caution is out.
He was digging. He was trying to get something out of it, and he just looped it off for.
Oh boy, the 41 almost gets in the back of the 83. Slowing down for the caution. You cannot fall asleep in this race. And now we got Dan Jones in P3. What are you going to do, Dan?
I follow the two in front of me.
Are you going to pit? You going to not pit?
I would stay out. I can't believe these guys are pitting. They're not. Fake out.
You know,
like
takes a while to wear these tires down. There's only 40 laps left, so.
There's only 40 laps left. We only saw about 4/10.
Position huge.
We only saw about 4/10 fall off the previous run, the big long one you guys had.
Me and 52 were catching the three cars in front of us, though they were on older tires the last round.
Yep. But still, everybody was running within a tenth. So
yeah, they didn't drop off that much, right?
No, not at all. We were comparing all the lap times. There was one lap all of you ran 7s, like every one of you.
So now you're on even tires with the cars in front of you?
Yep.
Yeah, I think everybody on the lead lap's on even tires unless they came in that time by.
Rick Johnson disconnected. What happened?
He looped it. He was running you guys back down and he looped it. I think he may have had concerns about having a caution on his head already. Maybe some contact or I think there was a no caution contact as he came through the field earlier in the race. So he probably just retired it as out of abundance of precaution with the 2 INSEE rule. I mean, this is going to be a good points night for him based on who didn't show up.
Yes.
Either way, yeah.
Chris Beckman should leave here with the points lead, I would think, as long as he can finish tonight.
Tough luck for the 52 team. Digging, going at it. That just shows you how hard these guys are pushing. At the limit of crashing, and then he crashed.
Meanwhile, we got Steve Weber. It's going to be a popular win if you can hold on to this. Steve Weber, of course, driving that tribute car memorial to his son, Steven. Passed away a couple years ago now. It was just recently Steven's birthday, too. I saw Steve posting on Facebook.
Yeah, we talked about a little bit about that a couple weeks ago after a race where he was on the podium. We hadn't talked in a while, and it's what great courage. And, you know, it took a while away from sim racing and because he needed to. And now, you know, back with his friends he loves and people that love him and try to win a race here, but he gets wide there.
Got real wide, and Chris Beckman tried to make something of it. Thinks better of it going into turn 3.
That's the thing about sim racing. You don't realize when you just like get into a league or something, but when you realize a decade plus has gone by, and I mean, this league's been here 17 years. Some of these guys, I've known them for almost that long. It becomes a lifelong. You realize, you know, we're probably going to be friends until we die, you know. What else are we going to do for fun?
Yeah, we're boring old white guys.
Once again, you see the leader expand.
Yeah, he's pulled out, and then again, Beckman is pulled away from Dan Jones. Rick Castle back in the picture, P4 with the 124.
All the way from the rear with the gear, sideways coming out of the corner. He's going to have, you know, feel like renewed life here, but what would he do to get on the podium here? Let's see. Could be some Jack Daniels on the track here. I'm going to expect a shot, you know. He gets on the podium.
Yeah, Tom Jackson pointed out in that last caution flag, the highwayman went speeding down pit road to once again get to the end of the longest line. Not only for the connection issue, but that actually put him back on the lead lap. So 10 cars currently on the lead lap here with under coming up on 30 to go.
Well, he's battling with a known connection issue, and he's trying to win a championship here still, and he's right in the mix.
Yeah, he was alive in the points very much coming into the night, and again stands to gain quite a bit through just through the subtraction of big names like Matt Watkins and
Chris
Slim Jim
Beckman
Gately.
is closing the gap.
Mark DeSenza, where the heck's Mark DeSenza tonight?
Many studs out of this field tonight. Well, you know, life gets in the way sometimes. Sometimes
Truth.
it happens to a lot of guys at one time. Sometimes it's, you know, maybe this track I don't want to run, but we haven't really seen that. We these last couple years here at FSB, these broadcasts, been over 20 cars just about every race.
Yeah, this is the first one we've seen in a while that didn't have that.
Even the road racing races, you know.
In fact, you'll see after cars started getting put laps down, I shut off the second page of the ticker because there were only 4 cars on it.
Very rare, but well, these guys that did show up, we got to give them a good show, and they're going to give us a good show. And
We've got a really good show tonight.
we're got a really good show tonight.
These 4 young lads from Liverpool.
My wife
yeah.
watched that as it happened on TV. I was like, you know, a baby. So shows you how much older my wife is.
And by the way, speaking of the Beatles, today would have been John Lennon's 80th birthday.
Wow.
And his son, Shawn Lennon, spelled the wrong way, S-E-A-N, we'll forgive him, shared his birthday with him, and he is 45 today.
Across the universe, baby.
Shawn Lennon's a great musician in his own right, too. Recently doing some work with Les Claypool. Very interesting side project for the two of them.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Dan Jones is...
that name.
Les Claypool from
Dan
Primus.
Jones is right all over. Rick Castle still trying to hold on.
Yeah, they pulled out a little bit on Rick Castle. Dan Jones is just breathing down the 41's neck. I don't know if that's that Dan's picked up speed or that Chris is being held up by Webb. But oh, he almost sent it there.
Well, this is Pucker sticker pecker moment here. Webber's a veteran though. He's not going to falter. I believe he's just trying to defend and save a little bit for the end here. Dan Jones taking a look at the 41. He can't do nothing. And that brings Rick Castle right in the mix here.
And we got 4 cars under a blanket at Martinsville with about 23 to go.
Well, that changes your perspective when you're looking forward. Then you got to look backwards.
And 20 to go at a place like this is like 10 or 15 to go at any other track. This is only a half mile. So it's definitely go time, show time. Meanwhile, Pops Margison, he came in for...
knows what he needs to do, and that's hit his marks. He knows he's got a fast enough car. No heroics here. Just make them make the move. You don't make a mistake, they're probably not going to get by you.
The only other battle we really got on the track right here is Pops Margison and the 90 of Matt Stewart.
And they're not lying about 21-4 for Beckman the last lap, so they're not chilling. Weber's not chilling like he's on a Sunday drive. These guys are pushing him. These are, as fast as the laps as they've run all night.
But at the same time, as hard as it is to pass here, Webb just knows he just has to make no mistakes. See, he's taking that defensive low entry in. He doesn't want to give up the dive bomb, take the low run off, take that line away from them, and run it back out to the wall.
We haven't heard from the Beckman fans here like we did last week. They got to be out there. Come on.
That has to be a good one to show up for, guys. Your boy's looking good.
Oh, sideways, Castle.
He gathers it up on the backstretch. We have no caution. Ryan Johnson.
That's going to put
him
in the
outside.
top 3 here without something happening, which, oh boy, Dan Jones hard on it. These guys are downshifting now. At least it looked like it.
Oh, yeah, they're getting after it.
That's not where you want to downshift, though. You want to downshift in the center of the corner. Use the full braking capacity of the car.
Yeah, you downshift that on the entry, you'll wheel hop it.
I think he did that out of necessity. It could have been the internet there, too, but it sure looked like he downshifted, and hard on the brakes. But he is not losing that a 3-way battle for the lead here. Look, you can't pass on the outside here. So what Dan's trying to do is do an outside in and get a better exit coming out. That didn't work that lap. One corner, but it worked on the second. You see how he's getting a run towards the... Eventually he's going to try to dive in on the 41. That outside run, and then cut the corner. Oh, he's just not getting enough turn in the car. He lost the front end a little bit, and he's trying, boy. I'm telling you, he's trying. To try something different this time, he goes down low, stays in the wake. Arrow's not that big of a deal here. But most likely, if you run the same line, you're not going to be able to get the run unless the guy makes a mistake. So, Steve Weber, flawless so far. Defending low. I know this feeling at Martinsville, and I've lost some races here like this, and it's heartbreaking. You could be the dominant car all night. You make one wrong corner, and it's over.
10 to go this time by.
From Arizona, Steve the Big Cactus Weber. He is known, when he won the championship, he never won a race that season.
Yeah.
But he outpointed everybody. And you can say what you want. A champion's a champion. Winner, chicken dinner. But you're not telling me right now that this guy can't drive? You're not telling me that. Finish
no.
the deal, son. Come on. You know, he works out in that hot sun there, chooses to live there, which I always tell him, like, hey, man, you know, there are places that are cooler than Arizona, man, you know?
I just looked it up, and he has two Friday Night Winston Cup wins to his name in the 38 seasons we've been running this. And a championship, so he wants to...
the same as I got.
Yeah, he wants to add to that stat.
Absolutely. You're a veteran, you know, I mean, wow. Let's see how this plays out. It's winding down. Coming up on 6 to go. 195.
And they're going to catch lap traffic. Lap traffic will be a factor here as they catch Francis the Bandit Dittman in the 00 Pepsi machine.
Francis is going to want to stay outside.
It looks like he is doing that. He's giving the low line to these guys.
Will that third car be able to get through unimpeded? And that hurts the 007. Francis is doing everything he can to stay out of it. But,
almost comes down onto him.
It's just the nature of the racing.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room to get out of someone's way here.
The leader always gets the first pick. All over the back of him is Chris Beckman.
5 to go.
He could be leading the point championship by the end of this race, but, you know, he doesn't want to do it in second place. He wants to do it in first place.
Actually, correction. This is the 4 to go lap. Coming up on 3.
3 to go.
I can guarantee you right now, Steve Weber can hear.
I'm telling you, you're shaking right now. You are.
Oh, he's wiggling. He's wiggling.
A little bit.
I can guarantee you, Steve.
When you hit the brakes, right
Steve
now.
hears his heart pounding through his headset right now. Catches a little curve that gives Chris Beckman a run, but not enough.
He's telling him in his head. He's telling himself in his head, "Shit, you know, man, I screwed that one corner up. Focus, focus, focus. You gotta let what happened go and look forward."
We got a car slow on the track in front of him. 58 Johnny Doucette gets out of the way as they drive under the white flag. One more to go for Steve Weber of Tucson, Arizona.
41 is pushing hard. Come on, Steve.
2 more corners.
Come on,
Steve. Beckman almost pushes it into the wall.
Look, I love Chris, man, but I've known Steve a long time. Come on. Come on.
Weber,
Steve Weber,
Beckman, Jones.
Are you kidding me? The big cactus. Woo! Yeah. Look, man, gets a great couple of studs right there. That's a bona fide, valuable. That ain't, you know, points racing. The former world champion just kicked some butt tonight. Yeah.
He ruled. The rest of us drooled.
He is just... He making an extra lap just to make sure.
Come on, son. Smoke him. Smoke him like you got him.
Burn it down, Webb. You earned it.
He's got his other son. I can't remember his name. Living at home. They're, you know, after the death of his youngest son, they've had to move on and live life. You know, he's been a great father, family man. Fought through all that, and you know, and came back to racing after a pause from obviously what happened. And
yeah,
he's about to smoke him for Steven. Come on, smoke him.
Blow those tires clean off.
I guarantee it's going to be an emotional win for Steve here.
Absolutely, and we'll let Milty go gather up our podium finishers. And yeah, again, this is going to be one of the most popular Friday night wins you'll see, as Steve Weber, the Big Cactus, our Tuesday night Chicken Run series admin, longtime member, picks up the win at Martinsville in commanding fashion. I'm pretty sure he led the most laps tonight. He was on a mission right from the start. Chris Beckman bounces back from some problems. Couldn't quite get around that last obstacle in Steve Weber in the 83, but Beckman gave it a great run. Land O'Lakes, number 41. That should put him in the point lead, I would assume. Let's switch over to the post-race scene here. And yes, once again, your intrepid admin, Ryan Johnson, is on top of it. He has got points updated before I even go to the post-race here. And yeah, Chris Beckman is your leader, picks up 2 spots. Steve Weber also picks up 3 and is only 3 points behind in second place there. Christofferson only loses a spot, stays in striking distance even with all the problems he had tonight. Jim Ray says, Web 1, yeehaw, you bet. Jim Ray, you know he loves the big cactus. Steve Weber, longtime admin under Jim Ray when he was running the league. I told you it was a popular one. Matt Watkins stays in striking distance despite missing this one. Only 13 points back there. Rick Castle picking up some spots there. 15 back. And then a tie with Johnny Doucette. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. A tie with Jason Dolfer and Dan Jones for 7th. Johnny Doucette in 6th. So Dan, man, P3 when you thought you were...
I was toast.
You thought you were toast, but you got it, man. You hang on for the podium. That puts you, that jumped you 8 spots tonight, buddy, in the points.
Oh, wow.
22 back at the lead there, and the tie for 7th with Jason Dolfer, who had whatever issues he had tonight that caused him to retire.
8 spots.
You know, there's a lot of laps to figure it out, and it looks like that's what it took you. And it does you good sometimes.
Yep, I couldn't get up to Chris there to challenge him at all. He wouldn't get loose at all.
No, you drove a perfect race there. Just
a couple times I think he had a chance for the lead, but he played it cautiously. That was smart of him.
Absolutely, there was no reason to push the issue there. In fact, we have Chris joining us up here. Chris, you couldn't quite get that last spot you wanted, but you did pick up the point lead tonight. 3 points over your race winner tonight, Steve Weber. So congratulations, and a great race, man. You bounced back from some stuff. And
he's not
put on
here
a good
yet.
show. Chris Beckman is.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, good job, Chris.
Great job,
thanks,
Chris.
I knew after Tuesday that if Webb got out in front of me, I was gonna be pretty tough to get around him. He's really good here. I actually rolled into his bumper on Tuesday night, so I wanted to make sure I didn't have a repeat performance of that again.
Wise. I've been there before. We're like, oh no, I don't want to hit that guy again.
Yeah, we like to treat each other well here at FSB, and I thought, you know what? I just am not fast enough to get around him. I'm just going to ride here. I thought Dan was going to want to get up there and give him a shot himself, but it sounds like he was pretty happy.
Well, Dan had to roll with an instant on his head after an early spin, which was a great bounce back there to be P3.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, it seemed like whoever got out in front had something a little extra than the guys behind. Because whoever got out front was able to stay there. It was very hard. You know, I mean, we know there's no arrow, but for some reason, the clear track or whatever, the leader definitely had an advantage,
Yeah, I think all night it felt like you got that nice clean view out of the windshield, and it just helped with your entry so much. You were able to stay up there.
I mean, the first part of the race, we were like, cash this in. The 41's got this, I mean. Nobody's going to be able to catch him.
We did remember not to pick you this week because you have that broadcaster jinx
but guess
exception.
Who I picked?
Yeah, guess who Milty picked? He's not here. I guess we just have to call it a night there.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Woo!
Steve
the
Weber.
Big fella from Arizona, the big cactus.
Howdy. I knew Chris was going to stay off me because of what happened Tuesday night. We were like
he was just saying that.
Same situation, man. It's like,
good job,
no.
Steve.
Fun race, man.
Yeah, great job, Webb. Fun racing, man.
Yeah, that was a dominant performance.
Milty
called it.
Pounding.
Milty called your shot for you.
Did he really?
He did. He picked you.
Yeah,
you can go back and watch it. He picked you. I picked Jim Christofferson, and Jim had just horrible connection issues all night long.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, they kept poking it up there. Yeah.
Dan, you told us in the mid-race interview that, I'm not very good. And you had some issues, obviously during the week that were distracting, but all of a sudden you pushed the nitro button and the 007 was on rails there.
Yeah, all of a sudden I saw him back there. I'm like, where's he coming from all of a
Where'd he
sudden?
come
Like,
from?
yeah.
You just got to refocus sometimes, and that's all it takes. Just stay out of trouble from there on out, right?
I've never had so much fun on a short track, side by side racing all the way through.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I want to say something real quick. This is for my son, Steven, getting the car in there and getting it.
Yeah.
I went on the broadcast. His birthday was Tuesday. He would have been 30 years old, and I wanted to get this thing into the winner's circle there for him. So this is in his honor.
And you see, there is the car up on the screen, the suicide prevention awareness, and Stephen Weber Memorial car, the Toyota number 83 there did up for you this season, and it's great to see that. See you put that in victory lane, and definitely a special win. Glad to be part of it.
Awesome.
You drove great all week, Steve. You probably should have had the sweep this week if that 41 car would have stayed off.
I saw you behind me again. I go, oh, man, here we go again.
Well, you know what? It makes it more sweet on Friday night on TV.
Yes, it does.
For posterity and for
Absolutely.
Steven. It's just awesome. I've been a long-time friend of yours, Steve, and what you've had to go through and, taking your time off like you had to do and to come back to FSB, to your friends, and get back into life. I just applaud your courage so much,
Well, thank you.
All right, so great job again. Our race winner, Steve Weber, takes over P2 in the points there. I don't know if you heard me talking about the points when you came in. You're just 3 back of the lead there, so... And not just the race win tonight, but you got a realistic shot at championship number 2.
He's won one already. We talked about, Steve Weber, the non-winner and a world champion.
Well, it's his 3rd Friday night win.
Yeah, well, the year he won the championship, he didn't win a race.
Well, that's because Ed Kerstetter showed up most of the other weeks and absolutely spanked us. But he didn't show up the other nights.
You know what? Winner is a winner, and that's chicken dinner.
Yep.
And now he's a winner and could win the championship. So let's stay tuned for the rest of the season, folks.
Hell yeah. Again, great job, guys. Again, your podium finishers there: Dan Jones 3rd, Chris Beckman 2nd, and Steve Weber, your winner tonight. And thanks, guys, for joining us here in the post-race show. Great show tonight. Great race out there. It was fun to watch. Thanks, as always, my broadcast partner, Milt Minter Jr. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. It'd be a lot of dead air while I hit all these buttons. Thanks to our series sponsor, Bill Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware these guys are racing for. This was week 5. We got 7 more races to go. We're almost halfway. Should be a good points battle. As you see the points there on the screen, this is far from being run away with.
Yeah, they're tight.
Yeah, thanks as always, Ryan Johnson, the series admin. Got those points updated before we were even in the post-race. And, of course, the league promoter, owner, Sam Young, keeping the doors open and the lights on. And all you guys join us out there in YouTube chat, Tom Jackson, Jeff Havoc, Jim Ray, Bob Williams, everybody we saw tonight. Thanks for tuning in, giving us some visibility. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us get noticed.
Guys. Thanks for
helps
watching.
us grow. We use this as a recruiting tool, not for any monetization. So we've gotten people to sign up like Tom Jackson there.
We got tons of money. We don't need money.
And so for tonight, we're going to call it a wrap. For FSB Racing Live, I'm Shawn Reap. See you next week.
I tried, man. I tried everything I could to get around it clean. I just wasn't going to happen for me,
What I was liking,
Well,
you guys,